need to hear that. People judge you. People judge you off of that person that you want people to believe you are. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people that know me, they don't even know the real me. You don't know me for real. A lot of people that know Mellow, you don't know Melody. Everybody has that alter ego. I had that life that was ego driven for a long time. A lifestyle that was ego driven that I based off this story, my story that I had been telling myself all these years. That story is what drew my life. That story is what made me into that person that I did not want to be. It made me into that person that I knew I wasn't. So when I changed that, when I started going back to the root, when I started going back to that person that I was supposed to be, that's when everything started to change for me. And I started to really try to figure out where my issues and problems were coming from. And once I did that, when I tell y'all, I'm still working. Like, this is an ongoing process. You got 20, 30 some years of doing shit the wrong way. And we deal with that. And we want people to think, oh, we strong for real. We this and we that. Yeah, we strong. We strong because all the shit we done been through. But let me tell you something. It's so much too strong. Like, it's so much to it. You feel me? And it's okay to not always be strong. It's okay to not always feel okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't want anybody to ever feel like, I'm always a uppity person. I'm not. I deal with shit just like everybody else does. But what I'm not going to do is whatever I'm dealing with, I'm not going to allow it to affect my life the way that I'm thinking. You understand? My reaction to life has changed. When I learned, when my perception changed, when I did my self-research, when I went back and got the knowledge for myself, and I figured out what the hell what I was going through and what was going on in this lifestyle that didn't nobody tell me about, the stuff that don't nobody tell you about is what makes us crazy. It's what makes us go crazy, y'all. You understand what I'm saying? They don't teach us stuff. They don't teach us a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff they don't teach us. So I had to make it a decision and a goal, Melody. Sit down and read some self-development books on a weekly basis. You need to finish a book a week. Finish that. Because guess what? If you're not working on yourself, you're not working on nothing. You're not. You can try to, we use everything else outside of us. Everything else outside of us to make us be okay with us. If that makes any sense. We use everything else outside. We try to find everything else to make us satisfied. We try to find everything else to make us happy. And at the end of the day, we already got it. You feel what I'm saying? But you're taught that you got to go ask and you got to go search and you got to go out here and be lost as hell, not knowing who the hell you talking to, not knowing, like you got to become one. You got to become grounded. You have to have a internal peace with yourself in order for you to be okay with everything else that you got going on in life. We don't have that. Everything that everything that we are needing from somewhere or something else, we have within ourselves. It's in here. It was already given to us. But because, like I said, that traditionalism and the way society has made us believe to think, the belief system is wrong. Your belief system is wrong. And when you have a wrong belief system, regardless of what you're trying to speak out, it don't even matter. You can tell yourself, I'm about to be a billionaire all day. Or you can tell yourself, this year I'm going to be happy. This year I'm going to be a better person. This year I'm doing this. This year I'm doing that. But let me tell you something. The way this world is set up, if you are living in the world and of the world at the same time, it's an automatic setup. You're going to be that same person. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't change your daily routine, if you don't change your paradigm, if you don't change the things, your habits, your daily habits, your habits, period, the things that you pay more attention to than you do yourself, it's not going to change. Your life will not change. A lot of times we go through shit and we're so messed up in ourselves and we think like, all right, let me go try to chase me some money. Let me go try to get me some money. And we feel like, once we get rich, we're going to be all right. How many rich people done killed themselves? How many rich people commit suicide? Why? Because they're not okay internally. They are not okay eternally. When you're not okay eternally, it will not work externally, regardless of what you are trying to manifest, what you're trying to overcome. whatever you're trying to bring into your life, y'all, we have to be positive. We have to be positive. We have to try our hardest. Like, make that a priority. Make it a priority. Make yourself a priority. Be your priority. Because if you're not okay, everything that's around you, everything that's following you, everybody that's watching you is not okay. They're not going to be okay. You automatically teaching them wrong when you got them same habits or them same situations that you didn't like for your elder people to be doing. You didn't like to see them doing it, but you end up doing it because it's in your DNA. You understand what I'm saying? We look at our parents and our aunties and our whatever, and the habits and the lifestyles that they used to live. We tend to feel like that's how we're supposed to live because that's how we was raised. You feel me? So when you're raised a certain way, or you're raised, period. Whenever you're raised, you come up believing that that's what your life is supposed to be, or how it's supposed to be, because your grandma taught you that, or your mama taught you that. And we weren't really taught to sit down and deal with your own thoughts. We weren't taught to sit down and pay attention to what you got going on a daily basis. We weren't taught to sit down and have full live self-love. That self-love, it was only taken away because of the pain and the trauma and the situations and the abuse and all the bullshit that you went through when you got a little bit older and started to understand what was going on. That's the stuff. That's the stuff that has your life messed up. That's the stuff that messed your mindset up. You understand? All this, I can't trust nobody. I can't talk to nobody. I don't like people. I don't want to be around nobody. I got this shit by myself. You gonna be one lonely person. And you gonna be mad. You're gonna be upset. You're gonna be angry. You're gonna be all of these things that you really don't want to be. And you're only that person because of the things that you went through. But if you change your reaction, if you change how you react to certain situations, y'all, it will be so much better. I'm so sick of hearing people talk to me and they just feel like everything is just so wrong. It's just so wrong. The life is just so bad. The life is so messed up. And I keep thinking to myself, like, well, that's why. Like, that's why you going through what you going through. Because look what you saying. Look how you even coming off. Like, I'm always here. My bad, y'all, my phone was ringing. I'm always here to try to help somebody whenever they need help. But I've been very low key for a long time. I haven't talked to people for a long time. So I try to now, like, give somebody else a different perspective of how to look at their situation. If you're telling me all of these bad things are happening to you, all of this is wrong in your life, you're sick, you're this and you're that, if that's all you're paying attention to, that's all it's going to be. It's not going to go nowhere. If that's all that you are focused on, it is going to remain there. It's not going to change. So that's the thing. You have to understand. Like I said, that goes back with the thought process. Like, stop thinking negative things are going to change if all you're thinking is negative. If you're thinking it's not going to get better, if you're thinking it's not going to work for you, if you're thinking that, life is just so messed up, if you're thinking that you can't get out of this, if you're thinking you're lonely, if you're thinking nobody's here for you, nobody understands you, all of these things that you tell yourself over and over and over and over and over again, it builds a bad personality. It builds a mental state that nobody wants to be in. Nobody wants to be in. You tend to go to other things to try to fill those voids. And it still don't work, because you're going to be filled for temporary. Then you wake up again, and guess what? You got to go back and do that same thing again just to feel a little bit better, because you're not okay with yourself, because you don't have that self-love. And when you really have self-love, you got to understand, you got to pay attention to how you treat yourself. When you treat yourself a certain way, you're teaching people how to treat you. So the people that come into your life, and you always asking yourself, why do I always go through this? And why do I always get this kind? And why do I always... Look what you're doing to yourself. Look what you do to yourself in the background. Do you really, like, pay attention to... And I mean emotionally. Emotionally, I mean mentally. Mentally, I mean physically. Physically, how do you take care of yourself? Because that's exactly how the universe is going to think that you want to be taken care of. Or the things that you want to deal with. Whatever you put out is what you're going to receive in. It's all energy, y'all. That's all it is. It's all energy. The reaction that we have to life situations has to change. Stop allowing things that are going on, because let me tell you something. Everybody was saying, I read so many things, and everybody was like, man, this life This life right here, no, this year, I'm sorry. This year was just really crazy for me. This year was just really bad for me. This year was, blah, blah, blah. Yo, let me tell you something. We're going to be saying that shit for the rest of the years to come. It's not going to change. The years don't change. Life does not change. And guess what? It's only going to get worse. It's not life. Life itself outside that world shit is only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. It's not going to get better. So you have to change the person that you are in the world in order for you to see things different from outside the world. The things that are going on. Stop letting stuff give you so much fear. Stop letting stuff give you so much anxiety. Stop letting stuff make you into somebody that you don't want to be. We don't have to be like that, y'all. We don't have to be like that. We don't have to feel like that. Reach out to somebody. Reach out to somebody. Love somebody. If we change the negativity to love, stop hating on people, stop the competition. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop trying to not deal with you. Stop running from you. Quit running from yourself. Quit running from yourself. Stop feeling like you need somebody else in order for you to be okay. You don't need nobody's kids. Your kids is not going to keep your baby's father, baby daddy, whatever you want to call them. It's not going to keep them, okay? So stop doing that. I'm so sick of seeing people that are just out here having kids and they're like, oh, well, when my kids get here, I'll be all right. No, you're not going to be all right because you're not taking the time out to do the self-work. And if you're not doing the self-work, then whatever you got going on is what you're going to give to them. The things that happen in your household is what your kids are going off of. The things that you see is what your kids are going off of. You have to understand, like, they're following. And to be honest with you, like I said before, like, I'm so scared. I'm so scared for them to be in this world. Man, without me, without that guidance, without that type of direction, that real direction that we really need, that direction that helps us, that direction that tells you to listen to yourself, to pay attention to yourself, to love yourself before you love anything or anybody else, that is what I want to give to them. Not the anger, not the hurt me, not the messed up me, not the side that I don't want nobody else to see. That's not what I'm trying to give to them. You see what I'm saying? I try my hardest not to deal with my situations in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want that. I don't want them to have to see that. I don't want them coming up saying, I used to see my mama do this, and my mama was doing this, and my mama was doing that, and my daddy did this, and my daddy was doing that. And we live off of that. That shit is what causes that trauma in your life. Those childhood traumas that you can't heal from. You deal with that on a daily basis. That childhood abuse that you haven't told nobody about or that you ain't dealt with. That's what makes you that person. Like, that's what makes you into this person that you told yourself you are. That story that you've had for so many years on how things were and how things used to be and the things that happened bad to you. We just got to change it, y'all. We got to change it. So now, like I said, I'm coming out of my comfort zone. I know a lot of y'all have not seen me in over a decade. It's been that long. I've been MIA. I really have. And I've been through a whole lot. Stop. All right. I've been through a whole lot. So I want to be able to be here for somebody else, to tell somebody else. I'm sorry, man. My kids are... Go. Come on. Just to be here for somebody else. Like, let's give each other motivation, y'all. Inspiration, motivation. Like, I'm not a fake person. It's people in my DMs talking about I'm not a real person. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, I'm real. I am a real person. Yes, I do have real life businesses going on. So we can do a video about that on another note. But I definitely wanted to just address us. Stop telling yourself you're not hurt. Because if you're in denial about it, you're not going to heal from it. You can't heal from something that you don't believe you are going through or that you have or whatever the case may be. Like, get through that, y'all. Get through that. And I'm going to go back and look at y'all's comments and everything. I just was going through a little rave for a minute. So, yeah, I'm back. This is going to be a year of greatness, abundance, wealth, health, all that good stuff, y'all. Like, let's do that part. Let's do that. Let's change it. We gotta change it. We gotta change it. We gotta change it. But let me get off here because my baby's acting up. Bye. Wait, I don't know how to turn this off.